Howdy fellas, Chief here. You can tell we're a little Americaned up today because we got brand new American Force wheels for the Suburban. Rocking on some forge now. I'll show you around here. Fresh 24 by 14 American Force Genesis right here. These things are looking good. Got some Pioneer 35 13.5s right here. Little stretch look. They are forged, so we are going to be polishing wheels now. I like the chrome hard rocks that we had before, but polish looks so much cleaner and just wasn't feeling those wheels, you know. Yeah, you can tell Suburban on its little stocks again. It loves sitting on them stocks. But we're going. This is the first mod for show season right here. We're just gonna start doing some stuff. This is the first thing. So this will start the video off strong, and then we'll get a couple more things on here. But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting these on, lift it up, get those back off, because I can't stand to look at it right now. It's gonna look so good. There she is, fellas. Those look way better than what we had on it. Don't get me wrong, the hard rocks are all right, and they stayed chrome all the time, but there's nothing quite like a forged wheel, especially American Force. You know, they're in the top of the game. So now they are, since they're forged, they will need to be polished. You can tell they're a little scuffy looking, but other than that, I mean, these things are not that hard to polish. You know, little metal polish, work it in, wipe it off, and then you're done. Just do that every couple months. You can keep these things looking good. And it looks to be about the same offset too, which is nice. They don't really stick out much further, I don't think. But I do have a couple things that we're gonna do to this truck in this video, extra to make this thing look even better. We got some paint match to happen. We do need to do a fuel pump so that we can actually do some traveling for the shows. So we're gonna do a fuel pump, and we're gonna paint the gas tank to match the suspension. That'll look pretty cool. But yeah, we're just gonna do some odd and end maintenance stuff and some color match. Things are gonna look sweet by the time we're done. All right, we're gonna get started on some color match on this thing. There's a couple things that are black that I want to be blue. Door handles is one of them. These top pillar things, and the inner fenders. I already got one of them out here. They're not bad to take out, just a lot of nuts. Here's our driver's side one out. You get to see a lot of stuff in there once it's out. We're gonna move on to getting the passenger side out. Shouldn't be any harder than the other side. It actually may be less bolts because less mounts to this inner fender. So we got everything that I wanted to get painted out. We're gonna save door handles for another day because the way the rear hatch and everything is, it's really hard to get the handle out. Really not even sure where you get the handle out yet. So we'll save that for later. I do have everything that I want to get painted out though. I got the inner fenders here. I got the bumper filler. It's a little faded, so we're gonna go ahead and throw some new blue on it. These back pillar covers. And then right over here, we have a bunch of stuff going orange to color match our lift. Just a couple things that you can see from the outside of the truck. These are the front bumper supports. You can see that in the wheel well. We're gonna go orange on that. Have a little bracket for the hood latch going orange, and then we have this big piece. This is your main like center support for your cross member. You can see it through the grill. And then I gotta get this hung up. This is a transmission cooler mount. I'm gonna paint it orange as well. You'll see it through the grill. Just a couple little accents, odd and end things that'll kind of set the truck off a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and mix up a little paint. We got our orange single stage here, same as the lift. And we got some accelerator because I don't have all day to wait for this junk to dry. Well, all these parts turned out pretty nice. Check out that orange. I love the metallic in this. All these brackets turned out really nice. So now I need to go ahead and get all this just taken off. We'll go lay it somewhere, and then we're gonna go ahead and get all the stuff that's going blue prepped up, get it over here, start getting it painted. All right, we got some blue mixed here. Got the rest of our parts laid out. Let's go ahead and lay some paint. While the clear cures on those, we're gonna go ahead start mounting some of these parts right here. I can go ahead and mount these two, and then our bumper brackets still have to be done after the inner fenders go in so we don't scratch them up. Well, that looks pretty sweet. A little something to see through the grill there, a little extra orange in the front. I'd like to eventually get this whole cross member in the middle painted. We'll probably do that whenever we do an engine swap on this at some point, because the old 350 just ain't cutting it. So now we'll just wait for the other parts to cure and we'll start throwing those in. Well, all this stuff's cured overnight. I had to lay them down so they didn't get too wet. But it's time to throw these things in. See what they look like. I did go ahead and throw these rear pieces on. They are a little too bright blue. The inner fenders being in the shade and everything, they should match all right, but this is a little off. But for now it'll work. We're gonna put the inner fenders in, see how it looks. Fellas, I do not recommend ever taking your inner fenders out on these OBSs. Took 5 minutes to take out, took 3 hours to put back in. It does not fit back in how you think it would. I've put engines in faster than it took to put that back in the truck. So now I gotta go do the other side. Finally got her all back together here. Took a little while. This side was a lot easier to get in. It pretty much just fit right in. If we can get in here. And then we got our bumper supports bolted in. Everything looked pretty clean besides the color difference, just ever so slightly. This is the original that we sprayed. It's kind of like a purplish blue. And then this is a tealish blue. And then down the side, it is also tealish. It's just a bunch of different mismatched. From over the years of the sun hitting it, no longer matches like it would if it were new. Everything's looking pretty good. The only thing that really stands out is these rear pieces as being like really a different color. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but they're a little bit brighter. Might just live with it, or I'll paint them gloss black. I still don't know how I feel about it being colored. If it's gloss black, it'll match with the windows, so I have to think on it. But once it gets a little darker here, we'll be able to park this thing up, turn the rock lights on, do a little cinematic. Tell you what, fellas, old girl's looking good these days. The American forces really set this thing off now. The hard rocks were cool and they stayed chrome, but something about that aluminum forged wheel just looks so much better. And then the color match on the inner fender, really tying the front together. And I'm glad that we were able to get a little bit more orange on this thing. Seemed like just a lift, you know, it's a lot, but just needs a little bit more. And then inside the grill, there's a little bit of orange. Hard to see, but you can get the hint. Be good in the daytime, people will be able to see that. Yeah, I really like the way this thing is turning out. Next thing I need to do is go ahead and get this pinstripe off because it doesn't have it on the other side. Shouldn't be too hard to just take off. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little update on the truck here, doing some color match and getting those new wheels. They're pretty sick. We're gonna hit some shows here. We got a show this weekend, and then we got a couple more shows in the coming months. So you'll see this thing out there if you go to any truck shows around the North Carolina, South Carolina area, Tennessee. But of course, that's all we're gonna be doing for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all in the next video.